Let's suppose we want to send the message 1010. Now that has got 4 binary digits. What we're going to do is we're going to send a message which has 7 binary digits so that we've got our error correction and detection built in. So I'm going to draw a box which has got 7 cells in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to think about in binary what each of the numbers from 1 to 7 would be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know that 1, 3, 5 and 7 have got a 1 in their binary representation. I know that 2, 3, 6 and 7 have got a 2 in their binary representation. And I know that 4, 5, 6 and 7 have got a 4 in their binary representation. So I'm going to be using those to help me to work out the check digits. Now, what I do is, within the boxes, I have parity 1, parity 2 and parity 3 in cells 1, 2 and 4. So those are my powers of 2. And then I'm going to label D1 to 4 my 4 message cells, and then I'm just going to go ahead and write the message in there. So that's my first bit of my message, 0 is the second bit of my message, the third bit of my message is a 1, and the fourth bit of my message is a 0. Now, to work out the parity digits, I just have to make sure that the parity is 0, that it adds up to an even number. So starting with 1, I need to check the digits in cells 1, 3, 5 and 7 and make sure that they add up to an even number. So 0, 0, 1, that means that I'm going to need a 1 in there so that altogether it adds up to an even total. Same again for what goes in number 2. I need to make sure that this cell, this cell, this cell and this cell add up to an even number. So I've got 0, I've got a 1 there, I've got a 1 there. As long as I put a 0 there, I've got my even total. And then finally, I've got 4, 5, 6 and 7. So far I've only got a 1 there, so I need to add in another 1 to make sure that I've got an even total. So my original message of 1010 is going to be sent using the Hamming code 1011010. Okay, next we're going to take a look at how to retrieve the code by detecting and correcting an error. So I'm just going to put that at the top of the screen so that we can see it. And then we're going to imagine that when we transmitted the message, one of the bits got flipped. So a 1 that was supposed to be a 1 became a 0, or something that was supposed to become a 0 became a 1. And shall we flip the bit that is in position number 5? So now instead of 1011010, let's imagine that the message I received was 1011110. So one piece of information has changed. Okay, well what we do then is we check the check digits. We check P1, P2 and P3, and that will show us if there are any errors and where the error is. So let's start by looking at 1. In positions 1, 3, 5 and 7, 1, 1, 1, 0, that adds up to 3, which is an odd number. So I know I've got a mistake somewhere in the ones. Let's look at the 2s next. So 2, 3, 5 and 2, 3, 6 and 7, 0, 1, 1, 0. Well, that's even, so that's fine. And then finally, let's check the 4s, my third parity digit. So that's 4, 5, 6 and 7. I've got 1, 1, 1, 0. That adds up to 3, so I know that there is a mistake there. So this is telling me that my check digit is giving me the wrong information for 1s and 4s. The only way that can happen is if the mistake is in digit number 5. I look, I've got a 1 there. That means that I know it should be a 0, and I can retrieve that the original message must have been 1011 010.